My name is Nicki Blitzer, and I am a volunteer with Sunrise, and I am very excited today to be showing you guys a couple of crafts that I really enjoy, and I think that you all will as well. So we're going to be doing two crafts today. The first craft we will be doing are some wind socks, and then the second craft we will be doing today are some pop-up ladybugs. I'll start by showing you guys all the materials that you will need. What you will need for the wind socks specifically is you will need one regular piece of paper that can be any color you want. I chose white and I did some pre-decorations on it, and you can kind of do whatever you want. I did Sunrise, and then I tried to copy the Sunrise logo, but it didn't go too well. And then I have a smiley face, a heart, and my name. So this will be used as the main part of our wind sock. So let me just put this off to the side. And then the next materials you will need are some colored markers or to decorate your wind socks. You can also use paints, you can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, you can kind of use anything you want. The second to last thing you will need are some strips of paper that are decorated. So I chose to decorate two that are a rainbow, one with a smiley face and one with a heart. Again, you could do whatever you want. And then the last thing you need is something to be able to attach all of these pieces of paper. So I have a stapler, and kids, if you're using a stapler, please have your parents do it because it can be dangerous. You can also use some Elmer's glue just like this, or you can use a glue stick. The first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to take this sheet of paper that I have pre-decorated, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over so it's going to create a circle or a cylinder, and once it's all together it will look like this. So let me just staple this really quickly and I can show you how to staple it. So I'm just going to staple the bottom, and then I'm going to staple the top. So now we've got our two parts of our main part of the wind sock that we're going to be decorating today. And then the next part of the wind chime, it's kind of the last piece that brings it all together, is we attach all of these little extra strips to the bottom of it. And then once it's done, it's gonna kind of look like you have a sock with some extra tails on it, and then you'll be able to hang it up outside. I'm actually just going to attach one more staple in the middle here because it's coming apart. So there we go, that made it a little better. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the staple again, and I'm going to attach these with the stapler. And I think you just need one staple per strip. And again, kids, if you plan on using the stapler, I would highly suggest that you have a parent do this with you, because if you use the stapler wrong, then you could get injured, and I really don't want that to happen. Alright, so I've got two in so far, and this is what it looks like so far. So then I'm just going to attach one more right here, and then I'm going to attach the last one. And especially be careful towards the end if you're using the stapler, because a lot of the papers are getting in the way. So you just have to make sure that you're extra careful. Alright, so this is now our finished wind chime. And I'll just spin it around for you really quickly so that you can see it. And this is just a fun, quick little project that I really like doing. next project that I have for you guys are the pop-up ladybugs. So what you will need for this are a green piece of paper and then 3 red circles, and you want them all to be pretty similar in size. And the way that I did this is I took a cup and just traced it around. And then the next thing you need are a few black dots. So by a few, I mean maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or however many you want. And then you need 2 white circles. And then to top it off, just as a little decoration, I made some flowers. So you guys can do that as well, or you could just leave it plain. So once you have all of your shapes cut out, the first step is to fold this green paper in half. All right, so I have that folded. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to have all of these folded in half as well. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to take some Elmer's glue, but you can also use a glue stick, is you need to take one of the red circles and you need to put Elmer's glue all around it. All right, so I will do that. And then the important part with this is I need to line it up, the creases together. So I do that by just sticking the whole thing down, and then I just folded it. The best way to get this to work is to have the Elmer's glue dry a little bit so that when it hardens, it won't be bad and it won't all clump together. And also the circle won't move around when it dries, so that all of the stuff that you stick on top of it won't affect the placement of this circle. The next step is you need to take your second circle, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your Elmer's glue and just run it along the crease, and you will see why in a couple minutes why it can only be on the crease. So after that, I will also line it up with the crease of the green paper and the first circle. So once I have done that, I'm going to now have that lie like that. And again, what you should do is you should have the Elmer's glue dry so that this doesn't move when you stick the third one down on top of it. So then the next step is going to once again put Elmer's glue, and then you're going to stick that right on top of the other circles and make sure you have all the folds lined up. So you could start to be able to see our pop-up ladybug form. And this is gonna be really cool at the end. So while I let that glue dry, I'm gonna do the other things that we need to do around it so that we can give it some time. So what that will be is coloring a circle for the ladybug's head. I'm gonna take my black marker, and then I'm just gonna come over here on this side, and then I'm just going to draw a quick circle. All right, so now we have that. And then the next step that we're gonna do is we're gonna take those 2 white pieces that we cut out earlier, and we're gonna take our black marker again, and we're just gonna draw little dots in the middle because these are going to be our ladybug eyes. So once we have done that, we're gonna flip them over, put some glue on them, and we're gonna stick them down on the black circle. Now our little ladybug's got some eyes, so I'm going to move on to the flowers now, and I'm just gonna place these flowers all around, and it'll make it look like the ladybug is in a little garden. So this is what it's gonna look like. So I'm just gonna flip all of these over, and then I'm gonna put some glue. So now the ladybug has got some little flowers around them. You can also draw some trees, you could draw some clouds, you can kind of draw whatever you want. I decided to place this little ladybug in a garden. So the last part of the ladybug that I'm going to show you today is adding the little dots like a ladybug does on their body. So in order to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one here, and then I'm going to take this up and I'm going to put one there, and then I'm also going to put one there. So that is what is going to allow the ladybug to look like a pop-up ladybug. So I'm going to take my glue again, and I'm just going to place a little dot on each of the black circles. Now our ladybug is complete. When you close this, if you open it up and you wait for your Elmer's glue to dry, unlike me, you'll have a pop-up ladybug. And this is what it'll look from this side, and this is what it will look from this side. These are just two fun, quick activities, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun today, and I can't wait to see you guys try this on your own. Goodbye, everyone.